Alright everybody, welcome back to Culz Book Reviews. Today we are returning to Jurassic Park, this time with the Junior Novelization. I thought since we had a pretty good reaction to the Jurassic Park 3 Junior novel, we'd look at some of the other ones. You know, this was a nice little breakup. We had a little bit of time between one book and another book arriving, so I figured, hey, let's do it, so let's check it out. Alright, so just a quick look at the cover. Again, just that movie poster, Jurassic Park, the Junior Novelization, with color photos of the movie. The side just says Jurassic Park, the Junior Novel, Grissett and Dunlap. And then the back just talks a little bit about the premise of the movie / book. You do see the Amblin logo and the ISBN for you. This one comes in at 88 pages, though not much on the 88th page. It is mainly writing, but much like any junior novelization, it has that picture section where it gives stills from the movie. Again, the very iconic T-Rex spot. And yeah, let's get into my thoughts on the book. Alright, so for the most part, this reads pretty much like what you saw in the movie. There wasn't too many things that stuck out like with the Jurassic Park 3 one, but there was a little bit of side notes, so we'll get to that. So at the beginning, Grant finds 5 raptor skeletons near the fossil remains of a Tyrannosaurus. So definitely kind of building on that whole, it was Deinonychus originally. Obviously, we all know how Crichton had modeled it after Deinonychus, but gave it the name Velociraptor because the name supposedly sounded better. But also at the same time, there was some conjunction that perhaps Velociraptor and Deinonychus were the same. So there was Velociraptor Anthropus. And I thought just seeing that it was also clustered with Tyrannosaurus, which is something you usually see a Deinonychus going after, kind of just hammered that in. Now, Herman does give his famous line, much like in the movie where he owns the island off of Costa Rica, but in this book it's actually he owns an island off the coast of South America. So I'm not sure if that was just done because perhaps younger audiences wouldn't know where Costa Rica was and would better relate that to South America, or why that change was done. In this one, the only real size given for any of the dinosaurs was Brachiosaurus, which was listed about 35 feet tall. So not quite your 40 or 39 foot even that you see for Giraffe Titan skeleton mounted, but just thought it was something interesting given. So we all know the famed mount of the dinosaurs inside the visitor center. Obviously there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex attacking a sauropod. Now if you were to look it up right now, it's going to tell you that was an Allosaurus, a dinosaur we briefly covered thanks to our time at Dinosaur Valley State Park and those awesome fossilized trackways. But in the book, it's changed to Brachiosaurus. So again, I don't know if that means that it was always supposed to have been Brachiosaurus and it's something that's just changed with the lore. I'll definitely have to do some further research on that when I do my Allosaurus and Jurassic Park video. Or if, much like the South America one, perhaps they just did that because kids knew what Brachiosaurus was better, and for the sake of it, it made it easier to describe. Some other kind of small changes happened with the Tyrannosaurus breakout scene. In it, Ian flees, kind of similar to the book, not lighting the flare or anything, and the Tyrannosaurus actually goes for him, and the Tyrannosaurus's tail whips Grant and he flies. And a couple times I did kind of catch myself saying, oh, it seems more in line with Crichton's actual book. Nedry's death, where he's hearing the owl. In the movie, obviously it's not purported to be an owl, but the whole scene kind of played out more in line with that one. It is still a small Dilophosaurus, so a mixture of both. Now, the overall carnage, because it's a junior novel, is out of sight, out of mind, right? Gennaro's death in the movie, obviously pretty iconic with the T-Rex coming down, biting him, whipping its head around. In the book, it's played from Grant's perspective, so he sees the T-Rex looking around at the building, and then he hears Gennaro screams. And a lot of times we cut from it. There's no clever girl, so there's definitely some changes, but again, it's made for a younger audience. Overall, it's a pretty easy read. Again, it's not super long, but I will say you can see where they've been able to refine, at least from Jurassic Park to Jurassic Park 3 junior novels, to add more detail and more just gripping, because it's good, but you could tell it was just missing something between the two. Overall, not bad. If you haven't read it, it's a nice, easy read. You're not going to learn too much new. There's not too many deleted scenes or changed script points, so nothing we're going to take away from reading it, but if you need something to just read really quickly and you love Jurassic Park, I recommend it. Overall, probably a 6 out of 10. Not terrible, but not on par with that JP3 one, I would say. But that is just my opinion. If you guys have read it, let me know in the comments below. And for more Culz book reviews, click that link to your left. For more about us here at Culz Paranormal, click that link to your right. And don't forget to hit that like and give us a subscribe. And let us know, have you read the Jurassic Park Jr. novel? And what's a dinosaur-related book we should check out? Tell us in the comments below.